I just got my nose pierced. Look. It's so hot right now. I'm sitting in the blaring sun. This afternoon, I'm actually getting my nose pierced in Tokyo, which is really fun. It wasn't quite spur of the moment. I did book it before I left, but I haven't told my boyfriend because I asked him about potentially like me getting one, and he was like, oh yeah, that would be cool. And then I was like, okay, so that's what I know. So I decided to come and get one here because I kind of like getting piercings while I'm on holiday, because then it's like a permanent memoriam for the place that I've been. And I did used to have my nose pierced. I had this side pierced here, and then I ended up getting a nose job and having to take it out, and it closed up. But now I think it's time again. I want just like a little stud. So today I'm in Ueno, and I'm gonna go walk like 9 minutes to a piercing shop. But first I'm gonna meet up with my old Japanese teacher, which is fun, and we're gonna go for a walk around the park. So I'm just waiting for her now. And then I have my appointment at 5. And yeah, this is my final full day in Japan, and then tomorrow I am heading off. So it should be fun. I'm definitely ready to go home. But let's go look at some, probably not any sakura, but let's go look at the park and then go and get my nose pierced. Kawaii. ありがとうございます。川口湖もこのボートある。あった。
メルボルンにいる、でも小さい可愛くない？メルボルンのこれ鳥可愛くない？
そうなのIt's now time for my side quest. So I've said goodbye to Edeka and I went to the piercing shop and I bought my piercing and they put it in a bag, and now I'm on an adventure to find the piercing building because they have a different venue where the piercing and tattoo actually take place. They had pretty good instructions, so it's not that hard to find. And also I've been walking around this area for the last 2 hours. So I'm going to Mucho Ueno, which does fine line tattoos and piercings. And I basically looked at it on Reddit and people recommended it. So I thought it'd be a good place to go. I had to walk through this random hallway to get here. But the elevator was waiting at the 9th floor, so I think that someone previously had gone up. So I think I'm in the right place. I'm back at the park. I'm gonna walk through the park to get back to the station. I feel like this is a nice place to be right now. Anyone who is like a girl who performs in Japan seems to always have just the biggest fans at the front that clap at all the right times. And it's nice to come back here when it's not so hot. When Erika and I were walking around, it was so hot. By the way, I just got my nose pierced. Can you see it? I don't have makeup on there right now because obviously can't have makeup on when you get a piercing. I need to keep my hands away from my face at all costs. But I don't know where the guy was from, but he spoke English and Japanese, but he was married to a Japanese woman. So it's so cute. There's people having hanami, but under the one like sad blooming tree. But as I was saying, I've had many piercings in my life. Like I've probably had at least 20. This was the first and only time like that it's not been counted down. Like he was looking at my nose and I smelled like latex, you know, when they're wearing the sanitary gloves. And then suddenly he just popped it in and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because normally they really like do a lead up. They're like, all right, ready, 3, 2, 1, take a deep breath. And like I was just waiting for that. And I was like, oh, he's probably just like feeling the structure of my nose. And he stuck his finger in and then he just stuck the needle through. And to be honest, I kind of prefer it that way. Like I don't need to be overthinking about this. It's always going to happen when you're getting a piercing. So like, why do you need to count down? You know, it stops you from overthinking because this was also the first time I have gotten a piercing where I haven't been standing there for a hot minute thinking, what am I doing with my life? Why am I here? Because it was just over so quickly. So I actually really like that approach. It was nice. I remember reading in the Google map reviews that some people thought it was a bit weird that you like go to a piercing shop and then you have to follow directions to go to like another unmarked location. But it's because the shop that they have is quite small. The piercing shop, obviously it needs to be bigger to be sanitary and have like all the equipment and stuff. So it's actually in an apartment block and there was like signs saying like, be quiet, you know, let yourself in kind of thing, because people must live there, which would probably be kind of annoying for people that do live there, having a store like run on your floor, but not my problem. They were really nice and yeah, it was over and done just so quickly. Gave the instructions. They had like consent form in English so you didn't have to try and read the Japanese one. And I actually don't know where I'm walking right now. I started walking like a straight line and now I'm definitely in part of the park where I haven't been before, so I might have to look at a map soon. But now that this is done, I'm gonna go to T's Tantan, which I've been to a Tokyo station before, but I've never been to the one at Ueno station. And I'm gonna have some ramen, seeing as it's my last night. And then I'm gonna collect my bag from the luggage storage that I had to pay $10 for again and go and check into my Airbnb. I'm gonna leave everything there and then basically come back and do my last minute shopping. But you guys don't need to watch that. It's just gonna be literally Don Quixote to get some skincare and things. So that was my adventure getting my nose pierced in Japan, which not too different from home or anywhere else in the world, but I thought it would be something fun to like remember this trip by, you know. I can say, oh yeah, I got my nose pierced in Japan. Oh, I think I know where I am. Okay, that means I'm actually quite close to where I need to be. So I'll show you guys my ramen. Just checked in at my final destination on this trip. This is actually the most I've spent on accommodation for the whole trip, but I figured on the last night I would just want to be comfortable. I'd want my own private space. I think it was like 140-ish a night, and look, I get my own apartment. I'm at a place called Akabane. It's like 5-minute walk from the station. It was a bit hard with my big lumpy bag. Like, this is actually quite heavy and a lot larger than it looks. So it was really awkward to lug. And now I'm going shopping, so it's going to get even heavier. But this is the life we choose. And then I have to get to the airport extra early to collect my first suitcase and then do a big old tidy up. But I just wanted to show you this apartment because it's quite cute. So here is the entryway. Then we have the living space, which is 1 bed and a dining table, which if you lived here, I reckon you'd do like dining and TV here and then like a lounge here, or maybe like a small desk and a small lounge. Then moving in here, you have the kitchen with full-sized fridge, washing machine, all the amenities. You've got your stove, no oven, but you've got a stove. Then in the bathroom, I do happen to have this habit where the last place I stay always has an old toilet and I don't get to enjoy flushing my booty with nice water. I'll do it at the airport, I guess. It's got a nice bathtub. Honestly, this isn't the worst bathroom I've stayed in Tokyo. The last place I stayed in Shibuya last holiday was horrible. It was a really gross Airbnb. I didn't like it. And then, look, there is a ladder. Let's go and see. It's quite easy to climb actually because it's got like, it's on a big angle. Wow, it's actually so spacious. Ta-da! Oh my God, I had just been chatting to y'all for like 10 minutes and then I looked at the camera, it's all the way on top of the air conditioning and I was like, I don't see a red flashing light. So I was just talking to myself. It's fine. It was a practice run. What was I saying? First of all, this is not a mattress up here. It's really, really spacious, but it is a futon that's like this thick. But in all fairness, I think it's actually thicker than the futon I slept on last night. Which means like, I think people that sleep on futons must not be side sleepers because when I try and sleep on my side, all I feel is just bones meeting the floor with like a thin layer between and it's not comfy at all. But it's probably good because I need to practice sleeping on my back because I don't want to get wrinkles. I don't want to get like uneven smushed face, so I want to try and sleep on my back so that it kind of keeps my face from getting mushed. And also, I obviously just got this piercing, which isn't hurting at all. I actually keep forgetting that it's there. And I've successfully not touched it, which is great. But I need to not sleep on my side. This is pretty much, yeah, the end of my little series. Thank you guys for watching again. I tried doing it like kind of differently this time where I was talking so much more to the camera, and I feel like that's one benefit of solo traveling is that I can really connect more with you guys just by expressing my thoughts constantly as I'm thinking about them. And when I travel with people, like you probably noticed that Kinosaki, I didn't actually vlog because I was with my friends the whole time and it was quite like fast paced. So I was like, I can't even think about vlogging right now. But then when it's just you and me, then we're having like all of these really great long chats. So I hope you've been enjoying like this style of vlogging because I do actually prefer it more. I like to talk more and I want to get better at speaking. People are always very shocked when I say I'm quite shy and socially awkward and socially anxious and I don't know what to say in a lot of scenarios because I'm so used to talking to the camera, and they watch my videos and they're like, but you're such a good speaker, and I'm like, thank you, I try really hard. But it does help that I've been making videos since I was 16, so that's 12 years almost. Wow. I've definitely improved a lot in that time, especially with my social skills, so I think this has been like a massive help. And I just appreciate that, like, I know that you guys are there on the other end watching me talk to you, and I do appreciate every time someone comments so that we can keep connecting over the internet, because honestly, like, so many of my friends I've made over the internet. Some of my best friends are from like Bumble, the app, and I've met people through Instagram, and I've actually met people through YouTube as well who used to watch my videos and then we became friends. And it's kind of crazy that the internet is such a place where you have the ability to connect with so many like-minded people, and it's not all creepy people, although there are a lot of them out there, so be safe. But that is it for my little Japan series this time. I probably have mentioned it already, but we're moving here next year for 6 months, so that's gonna be really exciting. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'll probably just keep working my normal job and do vlogs at the same time, but I could potentially do other work. Who knows? I actually haven't really thought about the logistics of it yet. It's quite far away, but we should probably start thinking about it. But I do think that is quite exciting. And yeah, just FYI, because I have 600 gigabytes of footage to sort through, it is the end of March right now. So whenever you're watching this, I'm in March, but I have so much footage to sort through, and like TikTok footage and Instagram footage and then photos. I don't even want to think about photos. It's so much hassle trying to already like think about landscape, portrait, plus photos. I'm not going to worry about it until I get home. So tonight I'm off to Don Quixote to do my last minute like skin and beauty care and all of that. I was going to go to Akihabara, but I just don't know if I can be bothered catching another train. So I might just go to the local donkey here and hopefully I'll find everything that I need. If not, I'm sure I'll have some time tomorrow, potentially. I'm going to hang out with my friend Pip, because I haven't seen her since last time I was here. Actually, no, I saw her when she came to Melbourne recently. But we only ever hang out for like an hour or so at a time because we're both so busy. So it's gonna be nice to see her tomorrow. And yeah, so I'm gonna sign off here because everything else I think I'm just done vlogging. I think this is a really good spot to sign off. I hope you like my little Tokyo apartment. I could actually, like, as a solo person, I could live in a place like this. In a relationship, no way, we need somewhere bigger, but it's going to be quite interesting when we start like apartment hunting. Stay tuned for that next year. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a comment below and let me know what your favorite part of this vlog series was if you've watched all of them. And if you've only watched this one, let me know. Do you have a nose piercing and would you ever get one? I think I'm content with this. When I was a little bit more alternative, I was thinking about getting both sides and then the chain that goes across, but it really doesn't suit my person anymore. But thank you so much for watching and I will see you all in the next one. Bye! Mwah. No one mourns the wicked. Lily on their grave. Good man scorns the wicked.